Hi guys, welcome to a new channel here. Just wanted to let you know if you wanted to like and subscribe to the video. If you do like it, then go ahead. It would help me out a lot. Do follow me on Twitter at the FM Sensei. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the new series. We'll be having 2020 FM 2021 videos out soon. Obviously, the last 2 months of Football Manager 2020. Thought I'd do a wee series for you. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Okay, guys, so this is a new series on a new channel for Football Manager 20. Only 2 months until Football Manager 21 comes out, I know. But I thought I'd do a series just at the end of Football Manager 2020. It shouldn't be too long of a series. It should probably take 2 months. I'm planning on uploading every day or two. It'll depend how busy I am with work and stuff. But it should be pretty frequently. The series is going to be with, as you can see, Saint-Etienne in France, who some people might not know are actually the most successful team in France. People might hear that and think, well, that just can't be true. If you are familiar with anything before 2011, it's quite true. So Lyon had a really long period of dominance. So did Marseille, and of course Paris Saint-Germain are now sort of in their period. But if you go back to especially the 60s and 70s, you can see, I mean, Saint-Etienne were pretty much every year winning it, passing it over to like Nantes and Marseille a couple times. But even when they did pass it over, they were finishing second and third. And see, back in '56, they won it as well. So yeah, it's a long history in the club, but they have dropped off massively. The last time I can see them in the top three was back in 1981, 82, unless I'm missing something. So I mean, it's a club that's massively fallen off. I just want to see how close are Paris Saint-Germain now. They've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Paris Saint-Germain have 8 Liga titles, and Saint Etienne have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they have 10 titles. There's probably a far easier way to see this. Yeah, most time 1. Saint Etienne with 10. Paris Saint-Germain do have the most points in a single season. So yeah, it's a huge club. They do have they've got a decent team, but it's a team that definitely needs improving, especially if we want to, get anywhere to near Paris Saint-Germain and the place that they're at right now. So the stadium is the Stade Geoffroy Guichard. You're gonna have to excuse the French pronunciations in this series, but yeah, 42,000 capacity. You can see it there. It's a lovely stadium. So if we look at the club background, you can see it was founded in 1919, playing Liga, obviously. Finished 4th in Liga last season, which is actually pretty decent. If you look at the league history, they were down in League Deux way back, nearly 2 decades ago. They came back up. They've been been up and down, but they've been more up of late. The 7th. They're sticking around 7th and 6th, 5th, 4th, but then, of course, last season finishing 4th, which is quite good for them. Claude Puel obviously just left. Not in real life. He's just left because I have came in, obviously. The captain was Loic Perrin, I believe. Yeah, he's now retired. So Stéphane Ruffier will be the new captain, I think. He is our star goalkeeper. He's been at Saint-Etienne for what, nine years now since he left Monaco. Yeah, he's got 3 caps for France. He's a good player, and he will be the club captain. So, anything else on the home screen to show you? A key player, Wabi Kazri. Probably be playing him as an inside forward there, out on the right, or sorry, on the left. Yeah, he's still pretty good. Remember when he was at Sunderland before this? Good player for this league, yeah. Hot prospect, Alchiche, Adil Yachiche, something along those lines. He left Paris Saint-Germain to come here as a 16-year-old, which I have actually heard of him in real life, and apparently he does have a lot of potential to work with, which you can see here. He at only 16, if a player like that came through as a regen one day, you'd be over the moon. So he, I think, will go into the first team, not the starting 11, but he'll get some time off the bench. You can also see we've won 6 Coupe de France in the past, that last in 1977. So, in fact, they were all amazingly between 62 and 77. So a 15-year period, we won 6 Coupe de France, which is mental. So that was a really golden generation. So I've already sorted out the starting 11 on the bench for what I think I'm going to be working with. I've left out the striker position because that's the position in the starting 11 that I think we need someone. Because the only other natural striker we have is Lois Dione, who was at Bristol City in 17-18. He's okay, he's quite fast, but he's more of a backup striker at the minute. We do need to find someone to play up top. If we run through the team though, from bottom to top, we've got Ruffier, of course, in goal, who we've already taken a look at. He'll be the club captain. We have Matu Debussy, who is still a really good, at 33, still a really good right back. Of course, at Arsenal before this. Yeah, he's still such a brilliant all-round right back. He is now injury prone, but hopefully he can do a job. We've got Makudi at centre back on the right. We're going to be playing with ball playing defenders to start off with. We are going to, of course, save a few tactics, but for the one we're starting with, we're going to go with 2 ball playing defenders. It's just that's the way I like to play on Football Manager mostly. But yeah, Makudi looks very decent. He's only 22, from Cameroon. College, Timothy Kolejzijak. I would say that's close. He can play left back as well, but we're going to be playing him as the left-sided ball-playing defender. Of course, you can see here some great attributes: bravery, determination, balance, fitness, stamina, marking, tackling. He looks like a great defender. Then left back, we have the Peruvian Miguel Trapo, 26 years old. Yeah, he looks brilliant. And he will be the starter this year. That we do have Gabriel Silva, as you can see here on the bench. He is injured for 2 to 4 months at the start of the game, which isn't great, but he looks decent too. 28 years old. He'll be the backup. Moving into midfield, we've got Yanin Villa, who was at Sunderland. We've got a few ex-Sunderland players in this team. Alright, so at deep line playmaker next to Mbia, we've got another 33-year-old who surprisingly does have some still good physicals. But as a deep line playmaker on support, which is where I'm going to be starting him, he looks very good. 17 teamwork, 17 technique, 16 work rate. Decent passing, decent first touch. He's pretty all-rounded. I mean, if you put him as a box-to-box, you can see he would still be very good. Yeah, Johan Cabaye, he's been all over the place, of course. He was at Paris Saint-Germain, Newcastle, Lille, Palace. He was at Palace for longer than I thought. That's very surprising. But he ended up in the UAE, and then obviously now he's at Saint-Etienne with us. And we're glad to have him. He should be a good player. Ahead of him, we're going to have Riyad Boudabous as an attacking midfielder on support to start off with. He's got very good penalties. I've just noticed 18. It's good technique, first touch dribbling, agility.